Alright everybody, today what we're going to do is a video on how to change your spark plugs on your bike. One thing I do want to make sure you get is get a service manual if you're going to do the work on your bike. It does have details that are good to know. That a lot of times when you go to the parts counter or whatever and they tell you, specifications, those guys, they deal with bikes all day long, with hundreds of bikes all day long, and they don't always know all the facts about your specific bike or your specific year. So make sure you get a service manual for your bike so you can get the right specifications. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about the tools a little bit. Get a spark plug wrench. Hopefully you can get down in there. Maybe you can see it if I get in the light. There's actually a rubber thing down in there, and there's a reason for that. It's because when you put the spark plug in here and you begin turning it, it holds on to the porcelain part and keeps you from breaking this off. If you just use a deep socket and you put it in here and it starts moving, you can break that porcelain off. My son actually did it on his truck and broke the spark plugs off and had a hard time getting them out. So just invest in it. I mean, it's a few dollars. You can go to Harbor Freight and get it. Craftsman obviously is the best, but yeah, get a spark plug wrench. It'll really save you a lot of time. Not only that, but when you put it in there, you hear the snap. Do it again. It snaps in by the head and it won't fall out. So you can use this then to put it into the cylinder and not have any problems. Another thing you're going to need on this is a gap tool. This is how you measure the gap so that it's right, and I'll show you how to use that when we get ready to put the spark plug in, and some spark plug anti-seize. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start by taking the front one off. If you grab it up here, don't grab it here because you actually pull the boot off. And just pull that off. It actually did come out a little bit, but you can put it back in there like that. And now you're supposed to do this every 30,000 miles. I did do this at 30,000, and this is my 60,000 mile spark plug change, so that's why we're doing it, doing a video of it. Get your wrench on there. Should come out pretty easy. It did. I put anti-seize on it last time, and it does make a difference. There you go. That's what's nice about this. It clips on there and you can pull the spark plug out with it. So now one of the things you want to do also is you want to check the spark plug and see how that thing's burning. Now this is where you get into your service manual. It's going to show you different pictures of spark plugs, and it's going to tell you what observations to make based on your spark plug. So if I look at mine and I start going down through here, says spark plug with white, yellow, or tan or rusty brown powdery deposit indicates a balanced combustion. That's exactly what mine is. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So that means that I don't have any issues going on internally with my engine. My plugs are burning properly. So pull that one out and just discard it, and then we'll get the new one set up to put in. Okay, so anyways, here's a new spark plug. We bought it at the Harley dealership. We support Fort Worth Harley. That's our local dealership, and we are members of their chapter too, active members. And so yeah, we buy our parts at the dealership. You're also going to need your spark plug, your gap tool. And the gap tool, it has some numbers on it, like it starts at 0.020, 030, 040. That's going to determine the gap in here for the firing, which will set off, of course, the gasoline in the cylinder and cause the engine to turn. And these are supposed to be a certain number, a certain gap, as according to your manual. So my manual for my bike, and yours may be different, says it's supposed to be 0.038 to 043. So anywhere in between there is good. So what you do is you take this gap tool, and it gets thicker as it goes around, as your gap gets larger. And you take your spark plug and you stick it in there, in between the contacts, and you'll just slide it around there until it stops. And mine's stopping right at 040. Just kind of move it a little bit. It'll stick on you, but you're just going to try to get it right in there. So that's 040 is where it stops, and that's fine. It's supposed to be 03 0.8 to 0.43, I'm sorry, and I'm at 0.40, so I'm good on that one. We're going to go ahead and gap both of them. This one here is same thing. If I move it around, I'm stopping right at 0.41 on this one, so we're good on both those spark plugs. So we don't have to do any kind of gapping on those whatsoever. Now we're going to use our anti-seize on the threads, and we're not going to get it on the that part of the plug, of course, but just put a little bit on there, roll it around, try to get it evenly on all the threads all the way up. And this is what's going to help it from to keep it from seizing later down the road when you're trying to get it back out for your next spark plug change. It really does work. All right, you get a towel. So there we go. So there's our anti-seize on there. Then we'll take our spark plug wrench, stick our spark plug down until it snaps. Kind of hard to hear. Then we're going to put it in. One thing that we want to do also is make sure that this is clean. I kind of blew on it before I took it out. That's all you can really do, because you don't want any particles getting down in your cylinder. And just thread it on by hand till it bottoms out. There it is. Get a wrench on here. And these do not have to be tightened very hard. It's 12 to 18 foot-pounds is all. That's it. Done. So that's on there. Take your wire, it snaps on. You'll hear it. You'll hear a snap, and you're done. Then you got to do the second one. I'm gonna get this one out. Don't grab it up here. Grab it around here. This is where it snaps onto the spark plug. Pull it off. And blow it out a little bit. Get your wrench on. It's actually longer in the video. This is really about a 5-minute job when you're not making a video. There you go. And then we'll do the same thing. We've already got the other one gapped though, as I showed you earlier. So we're going to put some anti-seize on there. Roll that around. Snap it in there. Should hear it. Yep. Get it down there. You don't ever want to do this with the wrench. You always want to do it with your hands so that you don't cross-thread it into your cylinder. That would make for a very, very bad month, if not longer, to get it fixed. Tighten it very lightly. 12 to 18 pounds is all. That's it. Snap it on. You'll hear it click. There it is, and you're done. And that's all there is to changing spark plugs. Like I say, get a service manual and follow the specifications outlined in that, and you'll be okay. Hope this helps you with some more tips on maintenance for your bike to keep up with. The service manual will also tell you your intervals of changing the spark plugs for your bike. And be sure and subscribe to my channel, and check out my website at rumblingrider.com as well.